What is happening, every good people of the world? Hello, welcome to the Mad Poet Show. Thank you for being here. 2 nights in a row, I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. This is pure madness, I tell you. Always good times. Tonight we're playing The Patron Saint of Murderers, my 55th album. This was the very first album I ever played in a live stream. And so it always kind of has a special place in my heart for live shows. It's a very fun one to play. This, I feel like there were kind of really two in my production journey. This was one of the 2 places where I really took a big leap. At this album, things started to sound a lot better, made a lot of changes. And then 10 albums later, on Incomprehensible Isolation, I made an even bigger jump and kind of got to where I'm at now. This next song is the title track of the album, The Patron Saint of Murderers. And one of 2 songs where I got the name from the video game City of Heroes. And this was actually in a character's, this was like a character bio, character description. One of the characters described themselves as a patron saint of murderers. I sent them a message, said, hey, I'm going to use this on my next album. And they thought that was pretty cool. And as soon as I started writing this song, I knew that it had to have harpsichord going all the way through it. And I'm really happy with the way the harpsichord came out on this. I've got this concept. When I'm composing harpsichord, the only question I feel that has to be answered is, would Lurch from the Addams Family approve of this? And I'm pretty sure he would. This is the patron saint of murderers. the patron saint of murderers. I'm just noticing here, I got one of my microphone stand thing here is in one of the camera. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's all negative screen. I think it's, yeah, there we are. Gotta move that a little bit. Get that out of the view. Get a good shot of the new guitar though. Awesome. Okay. Better. All right. You see Darth Rips coming in from Live Space. I'm glad you're on Live Space. I've totally been digging Live Space. I was one of the earliest beta testers on Live Space, and it's come so far. And I kind of feel bad because, as I was mentioning yesterday, we had that house project, and I was, just as Live Space was getting out of beta and going into actual live use, I kind of had to stop streaming for a while to work on that stupid house, and I'm, just getting back into it. But I'm really glad to see how far Live Space has come. It's a super cool streaming platform. The people who run it are great. It seems like an awesome community. Been very, very pleased with that, and glad to see Darth over there. I first met Darth from on Kick, was where I first ran into Darth Rips, and he's got a very cool stream. If you're watching on Live Space or Kick, definitely check out Darth Rips. Very cool guy. I see that Zarniver has subscribed on Kick again. 9 months of subscription. Thank you very much for the continued subscription on Kick.com. That's awesome. And wherever you're coming in from, thank you very much. We got Don King coming in from Facebook. Just noticed his messages there. Thank you very much, Don. Yeah, likes the production. Thank you. The production on these shows, it's been a long time in the making and a very, very fun project. I'm very pleased with where we've gotten to. So, but yes, wherever you're coming in from Twitch, Nono, Trovo, Picardo, Nemo, Vaughn, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Kick, D-Live, Live Space, Africa, VK, wherever you're coming in from, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. For those who may not know, you probably do, but I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. Appreciate you being here. Let's keep this thing going. This next song is called Stained with Sin. I haven't done that in a while. I had my wrong... Okay, did I screw anything up on the stream? No. Okay, good. All right. I had the wrong window active. Let's do this. sitting here wondering, like, why are all these lights so bright in my eyes? He's like, "Oh, 'cause I didn't put my sunglasses on. That is much more comfortable." Ducky91, thanks for the follow. I will check out your channel. Thank you very much for being here. Glad you are enjoying the show. Much appreciated. Oh, we're gonna slow it down a little bit here. Do some B minor for those who are following along on their flutes, their oboes, and their violins. This next one is called An Angel Flying with Broken Wings. Alrighty then. Moving right on along. We're moving into fifth song on the album here. This is the standard Mad Poet dedication song. On every album, I dedicate a song to someone. The song is dedicated to my man Duncan. Duncan and I used to play in a punk band together, a punk band called Hades Machine. Absolute blast. I love punk rock music, and playing in a punk band is so fun. I've played in metal bands, I've played with, straight up rock bands, and I've done stuff with, orchestral work and, all kinds of stuff. And the most fun you're ever going to have playing music is playing in a punk band. That's just done deal, baby. If you want to just have fun, join a punk band. Anyway, Duncan and I had a great time with everyone in that band. There's just Hades Machine. Just kind of has had a rotating lineup. I played with them for about 3 years, 3.5 years. It was a while, and I've gone back and done recordings with them, and done shows with them and stuff since then. I was gotten along great with everyone in that band before and after and during I was there. And Duncan was awesome. El Mango, yo, thanks for coming in. Welcome to the Mad Poet Show. Nonetheless, going out to my man Duncan. This song is The Castle of the Crimson Knight. I've had a few people tell me that of all my songs is their favorite, and that always makes me feel really good. I enjoy that one. I got a kick out of composing and recording and performing that one all the time, and good stuff. I want to keep the pace up nice and high here a bit. This song's got a couple of slower bits in it, but pretty high pace for the most part. This is true of us all. Ladies and gentlemen, the vulture awaits. Free moniker coming in from kick.com. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you are enjoying the show. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Free moniker coming in from Kick. Thanks for being here. I'm not sure if I was actually, I might have been muted there for a moment. But yes, hey, wherever you guys are coming in from, thank you very much for being here, streaming out to 15 websites. And it looks like I'm going to be adding pretty soon, possibly next week. Sarah, my awesome, amazing wife, is a web designer, and she's going to be updating themadpoet.net, and I'll actually be streaming to the Mad Poet, so I'll be adding on a 16th website. My actual themadpoet.net will also be hosting my streams. I don't think there's going to be a way for people to chat on that website, so I don't expect it to get much traction, but it's kind of cool that you can just go right there and it'll be happening. Free marker just said, I saw you once after a show from Sabrina's solo show, and I did not see you at all for quite a while. Yeah, I remember that. That was actually, I can see it here, it was 85 days ago, is when Sabrina rated me. Sabrina's solo show is this awesome streamer on kick.com. She does, it's just her and a guitar and a kick drum, and she stands with her feet kind of back, so the kick drum's behind her, and she gets this kick drum going, and she's playing her guitar, and she's singing, and it's just complete madness. And she's totally, if you want to check her out, check out her YouTube channel, and look up the song Bras and Bullets. To me, that just totally encapsulates what Sabrina's solo show is all about. She's fantastic. But anyway, yeah, I did that stream, and I streamed yesterday for the first time since then. I have not been on. And I was kind of explaining this a little bit yesterday on the stream that Sarah and I were we live in Eastern Washington. We were over in Western Washington fixing up her dad's house to get it ready for sale. And we did a good job on it, but we didn't know what we were doing. And it was just complete disarray. And so we got back, and just the last couple months, we've just kind of been getting reorganized here. And I'm finally back to streaming. So, okay, yeah, totally cool. Totally, that's great. But hey, nonetheless, thanks for coming in. I'm glad you followed me off of that raid, and I'm glad you're a fan of Sabrina's also, because like I said, she's great. For those who may be coming in a little late here, if you're new to what we do, I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. Right now, we're playing my 55th album, titled The Patron Saint of Murderers. We're going to keep the pace going here. I was thinking about doing 2 albums tonight, but I'm only going to be doing the one because I do have students later this evening. So I'm going to do this album and then get ready for teaching, because that's part of what I do. But let's keep this going here. This next piece is called Unspoken Malice. Free Moniker on Kick asked, do I happen to know the album Dead Winter Dead from Savatage? I think you would like it. I have not listened to Savatage in ages, so I don't know if I've heard that particular album. I do like Savatage. They had some cool stuff. They've been around for back in what, 80s? Yeah. Savatage, cool stuff. I would have to see if I know that particular album and listen to them again, but I do like Savatage for sure. That's the first album you ever bought. That's really cool. The first album I bought was Aerosmith's Pump. It was the first one I bought on CD. When I was a kid, we bought all kinds of stuff on vinyl. FC Python 1973. Coming in from Twitch. Hey, thanks for being here. I don't think cheers work on my channel. I believe you have to be affiliated for that. I never took the affiliation program on Twitch because back when I first qualified for that, they didn't allow multi-streaming. They do now, and now I'm just like, whatever, man. So, but thanks for being here. I don't think I recognize your name. So if you are is this your first time to my stream? Welcome, thank you very much. And of course, wherever you're tuning in from, as I mentioned earlier, I'm streaming out to 15 different platforms. So, yeah. You do have to be affiliated. So yeah, sorry about that. Free Moniker on Kick says saw that album randomly at the Virgin Megastore in Paris. Listened to a few songs, but that is really cool. You watch here and on YouTube. Very cool. Yeah. I've got a few people. I'm just getting back to streaming, and I've got a few people that used to watch pretty regularly on YouTube, so we'll kind of see. It's been 3 months since I was streaming. I just streamed, yesterday and today, and I definitely plan to be much more regular with this. I should be streaming again tomorrow and probably Sunday. Hoping to go close to daily for a while here and just kind of see where things go. Yeah, and a Free Moniker, that's something I totally dig too. You get those albums that are just so good, and you just listen to them over and over. And I could list so many. The first concert I ever went to was Styx doing the Paradise Theater tour. Still love that album. That album is all that old Styx stuff is fantastic. In fact, the song that we played a little while ago, Castle of the Crimson Knight, the intro to that was actually inspired by Castle Walls by Styx. It's not. You can hear the inspiration if you know the song. Like Billy Joel's An Innocent Man. I still just love that album. So good, man. Billy Joel's been a long time favorite of mine. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. That album is just completely freaking seminal. It's great stuff. I totally dig it. But yeah, thank you very much for being here, everyone. Glad to see people getting after it in chat. So let's keep this thing going. And this is a good time to keep things going because, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the G sharp minor portion of the show. You are welcome. This song is called Two Kinds of Anger. MC Python is saying, used to play about 25 years ago by Line 6. Spider 5, 120 watt, I checked your Hellraiser C1 and haven't hardly played it yet. Yeah, hey, I understand. But you know what? One of the I teach guitar for a living, and one of the main things I tell people is if you want to do anything, if you want to write a book, learn a language, learn an instrument, start a new exercise regimen or whatever it is, you got to do it every day. Even if you're only doing it for like a minute or two. And a really good story about this, I've got this student named Michael. He's been with me, oh gosh, probably 6-7 years now. Very cool guy. And about 4 years ago, he and his wife were selling their house. It was just before Sarah and I moved here. And he came to me one day for a lesson. He's like, man, I haven't touched my guitar. I haven't opened up any sheet music. I've done nothing for 2 weeks. And I'm like, play for 1 minute a day. Because, at that point, they're selling a house, they're buying a house, they've just got so much going on. Anyone who's been through that process knows how intensive that can be. I'm like, man, just play for 1 minute a day. Just pick up your guitar, play a scale, play a couple of chords, set it back down. And the thing about this is not going to make you good. But what it will do is build you a habit. And that's what you need more than anything else, a habit of daily playing. And if you do that for a month, 2 months straight, and then you take a day off, it will feel wrong to you. And then, when you have more time, you'll be like, okay, I've got time to play for more than a minute. You'll play for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you start getting yourself into the groove. But building that daily habit, that's going to be massive for you. Absolutely massive. So give that some consideration if you want to play. It's a really strong piece of advice. And it's something I do myself. I'm learning to play piano right now. And after Sarah and I fixed that house up, it was her project. Unfortunately, she broke her toe partway through it, so I went over to help out a lot. I'd been helping a little bit before that. Then I came over and helped a lot. And so she paid me an instrument. She bought me this nice new guitar and also a rather nice keyboard that it responds like a piano. It feels really good. And so I've been doing this exact same thing. And even before I did this show, played for about 10 minutes, just ran through some scales and stuff, and I'll be playing more later tonight. And yeah. I think I've beaten that horse enough. Let's get off that. Play some more music here. What time? We got about 6 o'clock. Okay, I'm in good shape. We got, I think, 4 more songs here tonight. Yeah, 12 songs on this album. And then I'm going to be getting ready for some teaching, because that's what I do. Plan on practicing when you get moved out in a few. Very cool. Yeah, if you can get a headphone set up, that's really good. Being able to play quietly is massive. And Free Moniker mentioned it. Yeah, that there are some great pianos. Yeah, this one that I got, it's an SL88 Grand by Studio Logic, and it's known as a fully weighted, graded hammer action keyboard. And what that means is they've actually got a mechanical device inside that balances it the way that a piano is balanced. It's a little more compact, they fold it up and stuff. It's very cool. But yeah, it feels really good to play. It was a little unfortunate. This is actually my 3rd unit. The first 2 had manufacturing defects. And I was like, oh man, this is uncool. On each of them, there was one key that didn't work properly. This one, I've put about 25 hours on it. I've been timing everything. I'm actually going to do a video of practicing piano for 100 hours and showing how that worked out. And so I've been filming it and tracking everything. And this one's working great, so no complaints there. We're going to slow it down a little bit here for song number 9. We're in G minor for those playing along on their euphoniums and their double basses. This is called Blessed Are the Wicked. FC Python says piano is a dream to learn as well. It's been pretty. I've been playing guitar for nearly 40 years, and it's interesting transferring onto a piano that I know all the music. That's a bad statement. I don't know all the music theory. I know a lot of music theory. I still am learning a lot of music theory as well. There's a lot of music theory. I don't know all the music theory. But I have a very firm grasp of music theory, so I understand scales, chord construction, all of these kinds of things. So really, for me, on a piano, I'm learning a new user interface. So it's like, where are the notes at? How do you function with your hands? And before I started this little 100 hours of piano project, I got in touch with my friend Stephanie, who's a piano teacher, and said, hey, if I was going to practice for 100 hours, what would you like to see me working on? And the discussion fell right away to a discussion of technique. And she and I both very big on teaching technique properly. And this is another good piece of advice. If you want to learn piano, you want to learn guitar, you got the stuff there to learn this. 75% of technique is relaxation. So being able to relax while you play. Some of the stuff I'm playing is pretty aggressive sounding tonight. I'm totally relaxed up here doing this. And, when I used to play with, the metal band I was in, the punk band I was in, again, very aggressive types of music. And I was totally relaxed, man. It looks like I'm up there just raging, I'm screaming into the microphone and stuff, and I'm just totally relaxed about it. So that's one thing I'll tell you to really be aware of. It's almost like you want to actively relax. And one of the ways you can think about this, I'm going to switch camera here, do a little bit of a lesson. So you're on a guitar, and your finger, you're going to press onto a fret, or you're going to release off of a fret. So you don't want your hand to come out like this. When you don't want to release way off of the fret. And so the way to think about this is when I push my hand down to the fret, no matter which finger I'm using, that is an active movement. So you're actually using muscle to do this. But when I release my hand from the fret, release is a good word. I'm not using muscle now. I'm actually relaxing out away from the fret. Because this is a neutral position of your hand. So you use muscle to move in, you relax, that's your neutral position. Use muscle to move out. So you're using muscle to move into your fret, relaxing to move away from it. And what this ultimately ends up meaning is the speed at which you can play is dictated by the speed at which you can relax. Because relaxing is generally a slower movement. And so you have this kind of active relaxation going on. So if you can be generally relaxed throughout, particularly as an adult, I have to teach very different when I'm teaching young children because they don't really understand relaxation the same way that we do. But with adults, I say, actively relax your shoulders. It's kind of hard to relax your hands, but if you relax your shoulders, which adults can usually feel very well, then your hands will pretty much sympathetically relax along with you. Not completely. You still have to be aware of you want a fairly holistic body view when playing any instrument, because tensing your legs up is going to tense other parts of your body up, even if you're not using your legs to play the guitar, but being tense in your legs will affect the rest of your body. So you do want that, but relaxation, it's huge. This is one of the biggest things. And here I read one of Seth Godin's blogs, probably half a year back or so, and it was about teaching, and it was using the example of golf teachers who apparently, and I believe this, report that the hardest thing about teaching people to to play golf correctly is not teaching them how to grip the club properly, but teaching them to not do it the wrong way. Because everyone who comes in for golfing has already been swinging, so they've developed a grip. It's probably wrong, and then you have to unteach. So it's the unteaching. So if you can be aware of what you're doing right now is probably going to be things that are changing. And have that awareness, that's probably going to be very beneficial for you. I hope these things help. As a music educator, this is just, I love talking about this stuff. So the other thing I love doing is playing the guitar, which I'm going to do now. We're going to rage for a bit. This is a shorter song. It's real good and upbeat. This one is called 6 Scars. All right. And also, FC Python, just let me put this out there for you. I am a guitar teacher. If you are interested, my first lesson is always free. If you just want to take one lesson, I can show you some things about how to hold the guitar, some really good technique things to get you put in the right place, and some good tips on relaxation. If you're interested, feel free to get in touch with me through themadpoet.net. As you can clearly see written on this guitar pick. Themadpoet.net, just hit me with my contact form on there, and I'd be more than happy to get you going in the right direction, completely free for that first lesson, and it's really important to just get that technique right from the beginning. This next song, Voices of the Soulless. When a person sets out to do any creative work, write a script, a poem, a book, do a drawing, a painting, to write a song, learn an instrument, you get this vision in your mind of what this creative work is going to be, and you almost never actually end up with what your vision was. You end up with something that you like, but it's like, oh, my original vision was a little different. I've done 66 albums, over 600 songs I've published. This is the only one that I wrote this song and I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted. This one came out, my vision of this song before I wrote it exactly matches with what this song came out to. I'm very pleased about that. Second to last song of the night. This one's called Voices of the Soulless. Osu Gamer! I haven't seen you in 5,000 years. That is my fault because I have not been streaming for like 5,000 years. But it's great to see you. If you are just coming in, I'm going to need to extend an apology to you because I only have one song left. And I would extend the stream out because I'm having a blast here, but I do have students tonight. And so I am back streaming. I am planning on streaming as close to daily as I can for a while. This is my first stream in a while. This is my second. I actually streamed yesterday and then today. So yesterday it had been actually 84 days off stream. And, you know, I was kind of mentioning earlier, Sarah and I had to fix up her dad's house. And she ended up breaking a toe while it was happening. And it just kind of put everything into disarray for a while. So it's been a mess. We finished that project in November, but then it's just been like getting, back on track, and it's been wonky. No, you haven't missed much. I've not been active in the Discord. I have not been doing streaming. I have been very active musically, composing still, of course, and recording. I am recording my 67th album, and that's not far from being done. It's crazy. So she broke her toe in September, and she is not fully recovered yet. She ended up losing her big toe. If you ever have her big toenail, if you ever have a chance to watch someone having their toenail removed, don't. It's gross. I watched while the doctor took that thing off. It's pretty sick. And so there's like this little dip missing from her bone in her big toe. And so, yeah, she is still in a little bit of pain when she walks, and it has been since early September. And that's not uncommon for toes to heal that slowly. The doctor said that she could probably expect to have some swelling and pain for over a year. It's pretty crazy. So, yeah, no, you really don't want to see that. It's not that great. I've got a strong stomach, so I was fine. Sarah and I are hunters. So we've gutted animals and stuff, but toenails are pretty gross. Happened to your grandma when you were building your old house years ago, and yeah, it can be pretty nasty. It's bad news. So anyway, last song in the stream. Thank you again, everybody, very much for being here. I've had an absolute blast being back to streaming. I'm loving this. Feels really good. And I plan on being back tomorrow. I might be able to do 2 albums tomorrow. We'll see where things go with that. But I'll definitely be streaming a little. And I am planning to also do some more composition streams. I mentioned yesterday I've been working up some very ambient streams that are going to be completely different and that I will likely be singing on. Still no guarantees there. Oh, we got a new follower. Lady Winterfell. Oh, that is a cool name. Awesome. Lady Winterfell, thank you very much for coming in. Hope we see you again. This last song of the evening is called CWO. If you want to know what that means, go to my YouTube and look it up. There's a playlist for every one of my albums. This is my 55th album. It's called The Patron Saint of Murderers. CWO, shortest song on the album. We'll catch you on the flip there. Let's see what happens. All right, gang, that is the show for the day. Again, thank you so much to everyone, wherever you're tuning in from any of the 15 sites I'm streaming out to. Thank you very much. New followers, subscribers, tippers, chatters, lurkers, viewers, people out on the streets talking to themselves. Thank you very much. Do what you do it well. That is the end of the show for me. Until next time.